Good morning, ma'am. My name is Justin Matthew Rajan. My roll number is 23 MSWA 28. The topic that I am going to speak on today is social casework in correctional settings. Introduction. Social casework is a method employed by social workers to help individuals find solutions to problems of social adjustment that are difficult for individuals to navigate on their own. Social casework is a primary approach and a method of social work concerned with the adjustment and development of the individuals, and in some instances, it couples for leading them as a unit towards more satisfying human relations. For example, homeless individual who is struggling with mental health issues and substance abuse. The professional social worker may conduct a comprehensive assessment about the goals and intentions of the individual and try to provide him with solutions that can improve his condition. Introduction to the targeted setting. Human beings in any society are expected to follow certain rules and regulations in order to maintain peace, law, and order. Restrictions are based on human behavior in the form of formal legislations, written laws, and institutional structure. This formal mechanism to control crime is called criminal justice systems. People who violate these formal means are identified, charged, and sentenced according to the procedure laid down by the law. The philosophy behind correctional services lies in the fact that inmates who would be lodged there would be reformed through the values of various kinds of training so that the inmate is ultimately able to reintegrate successfully into society. Models of social casework. Problem-solving model was created by Helen Harris Perlman, a social worker and author of Social Casework, a problem-solving process. With the problem-solving model, a social caseworker helps an individual to identify the problem, create an action plan, and solve it, and implement the solution. Together, the social worker and the individual discuss the effectiveness of the problem-solving strategy and adjust it as necessary. The problem-solving model in casework focuses on the identification of the problem to be worked on, breaking it down into manageable parts, and establishing or limiting goals. For example, a hospital where the doctor and the nurses help the patients or the clients to recover from their illness or recover from their condition. Effectiveness of the model in the setting. Social work is a discipline which takes a remedial action on the problems in several areas. It seeks to correct the causes underlying delinquency and the crime. Prevention of social dysfunction involves early discovery, control, and elimination of conditions and situations such as delinquency and crime, which could potentially hamper social functioning and social work. Social work has the problem solving functions which can help offenders in their treatment and rehabilitation. Social work not only helps individuals, groups, and communities solve the problem but also assists them to prevent offending behavior and enrich daily living. So the main focus of the social casework is upon the helping people to prevent and control crime. A problem developed in the area of social interaction, whether raised as a problem by the individual or by the group in the community, calls for professional services of the social worker. Social work is an art in correctional settings because it requires great skill to understand delinquent and criminal behavior. It is a science because of its problem-solving method and its attempt to be objective in determining the delinquent and criminal activities and in developing principles and operational concepts in dealing with delinquency and crime. In a correctional setting, improvements of social functioning is achieved by the means of mobilizing the capacities within the offender. The mobilization of inner capacities and environmental resources is accomplished primarily through the relationship between the caseworker and the client. Casework has been in use over a considerable period of time in correctional settings, especially in relation to probation. In correction, social work not only helps individual groups or community, but also assists them to prevent offending behavior. Conclusion. Juvenile delinquency and crime are major problems of the modern society. Social casework has an important role to play in the correction and prevention of delinquency and crime. In correctional setting, social workers' task is defined in terms of changing values of the delinquent or criminal so that they may become suitable in action with the values of societies. Professional social work in correction settings is comprehensive, constructive social attitude, therapeutic in some instances, restraining in some instances, but preventive in its overall social impact. Thank you, ma'am.